Hello and welcome. Today it is all about Marvel. Now what we are going to do is go through every single Marvel set that is available on the LEGO website, plus all the older ones as well. And I need you to comment as we go of what would work as a theme park display. Now there's a lot of sets to have a look at today. It's going to be a very, very long video, I can imagine. So all you got to think of is what could we do from a theme park setting regarding to Marvel with the ships and everything like that. I'll give you my ideas and then we can just figure it out as we go. So Star-Lord helmet is a no, definite no, because there's absolutely no way we can use this or utilize it. However, if you collect these things, I think they look very, very effective on the shelf, but I will click on basically every single set just so you can get a good understanding of what it is. But it's a cool looking thing. I think it's a pencil case as well, isn't it? People have been using it for that. They've been shoving pencils in it. Not that it's probably supposed to be for that, but they have been doing that for that one. Now, moving on to the next one. This is all down to internet speed. Here we go. So this thing is screaming at me. Now, I have an idea to use this in our Star Wars area. I want to have this blowing up the Razor Quest, and it's just been a complete wrong crossover, because Chris Pratt is in absolutely everything crossing over within the actual display. He's Jurassic Park, Lego Movie 2. He's all over the place with regards to minifigures and things. So I thought it'd be quite funny, him just blowing up the Razor Quest and having that as a display in our theme park area. Now, I do really like the colours. I can imagine some of you are going, that's absolutely disgusting. But no, I like it. I really like the teal. I like the bright pinks. And I have got one or two of the other ships, and I think they look very, very effective when they're built up on the stand. So it has a lot going for it in my point of view, apart from the price. I think it's just expensive like everything else is, but it's priced probably correctly. And then when it goes into a sale as well, it'll be very, very much worth it. But I think a lot of people did pick this up day one. There's a lot going for it, and it has a half decent selection of minifigures. And if you wanted to collect the rest of the crew, you then have to buy the other two sets, which we will find out as we go through. Right, number 3. I'm not clicking on every single product because, as you've seen at the top, there is 190 odd products to go through, and there's actually a load of these that I've not seen before. Now, it's going to be lucky dip of what they come on. It's going to be lucky dip of what actually arrives on our list, because it's how it's gone by the search, but everything will show. So we'll suddenly find some discontinued stuff, and then we'll go back into the newer ones. But they have put both of the Guardians of the Galaxy ones, or all of them, together. So this is the little HQ. I don't think I've got no use for this set whatsoever. If you've picked it up, let me know what you've used it for. It has got a cool little table with the tools and everything, and obviously there's your two minifigures. So I think they look quite smart. I've not got a Groot. I guess that's sort of teenage Groot, maybe, because the Groot that I've got comes with this thing, which I've not yet built up, and I think it's slightly, I think it's a younger one, or I don't know, but it's got the shoulder pads on that one, which that one does not have, and obviously these all come with the armor. So for the price, it's actually good value with the two minifigures that you get, and then you obviously basically get 2 figures, and the pieces are free if you work it out that way. Now this thing. This is a cool thing. I have got this. I picked this up. I want to basically recreate one of the scenes as a area within our theme park. I want to have a bit of an Easter egg over in our picnic area, and I want to have all of these people battling it out, putting on a display, and then have the Avengers jet. Sorry, the Stark Industries, not the Avengers. It's not even that either, is it? We have got. Who is it? Is it Stark? Shield. I knew it began with an S. I keep getting all this mixed up. So we've got the Shield jet will be what will be parked on top of my Ghostbuster Firehouse. Have you got any other ideas of what I could potentially use this for, or what scenes I could recreate? Remember, just think of it from a theme point part of view of a show that you would sit down and watch. That's how I'm trying to do these kind of things. But it is a really cool looking thing. The minifigures are all the minifigures that rode on the jet, but it's all the figures that were used in the scene for the first time they do a meet and greet, but it's actually the outfits that they're wearing is the end battle on top of the Stark Industries tower. So there's a couple of different bits and pieces that we can do with this, but you can see it comes with the stand, all the other little bits and pieces like that. So that is already got, so that one's done, box ticked, living the dream. Now this is already getting desperate from having to open up one of these. Right, baby rocket ship. I don't know what I can do with this. The figures would be handy, because if I want to recreate the full team from Guardians flying over the Star Wars area. The only thing I can think of is having these two just chilling out in the cantina, because they like their drink, don't they? That's the only thing I can think of. Obviously, I'm not so much sure about the baby, but the larger one. Let us know. Would it work? Obviously, for something as silly as that, I'm not going to pick it up for that price. I will wait until it goes into a much bigger sale. So obviously, this has just come out. I've seen 1 or 2 reviews on it. It does look an impressive looking thing, but I just don't know what I could do with it. But it'd be quite nice to get some ships just to add a little bit of height and have things dangling down and so on and so forth. This is actually in a sale currently in the UK. This looks like it's a good scale. Going through all of these, we'll actually see how many Hulkbusters they've actually made. Comes obviously with the four figures. It looks like it is a good scale. Again, seeing 1 or 2 people unbox this set, and there's some nice looking things. Obviously, you can see there the different types of minifigures that it comes with. I haven't got any of those in that current form, so I don't have him, her, or those 2, and they do look pretty cool. And then again, with it, it's about £12-13 currently knocked off that price. So I think a lot of people prefer this one compared to the massive one. Daily Bugle I've already got, but for those people that haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. It's an amazing looking thing. It's just a monster of a thing. So lots going on for it. Let's get to the minifigures quickly. You can see all the bits and pieces on the inside. There is a full unboxing video available for this already. A load of stickers on there. It just all works. You can have the Goblin flying out, or you can just have it as a solid window if required. And then you've got the top of the sign, and then they're not going to show us individually every figure, are they? Surely, because there's 25 minifigures that come with this set. Yes, they are. So I do it this way. Keep up if you can. I'm using my mouse again. So all of these, that's not all of them. That's not very nice. Where's the box with them all on? Just trust me, there's 25 minifigures on there. They are very good minifigures as well. Can I find a picture of the box artwork? I know I'm going too quickly. Your eyes are all going to go a bit funny. No, I can't. So that's it. 25 minifigures with that. It is a cool looking thing. On the side just here, what I've done, I've actually added the Ghost Rider bike and taken away the little spider vehicle. Just because we wanted a Ghost Rider flying up the side of the Daily. So the Daily Bugle, right. Let's carry on, because I am intrigued to see a lot of the older stuff. There's some, because I had a quick look on here the other day, and I thought, no, I'll save this for a video, because there's some sets that I was doing a little bit research on, because I was trying to find a Captain Marvel minifigure for the Ventnor, the big orange ship, bring him down to recreate that scene as a thing in the theme park. And then all of a sudden, she's in loads of sets, which from way back when, in a couple of years back. Thor's hammer, obviously, with it being a sort of that kind of piece, no, but it does look pretty cool. That minifigure, what else does that minifigure come with? Oh, it's got the little hidden bit, a little bit of an Easter egg on the inside, just in there. But there he is, Chappy. So you've got the Flame, the Fist, and the Tesserite. Never actually clicked on this, ever. This is the first time I've had a look. Torso print looks really nice. He's got a cool looking beard. And then you've got all of those little bits as well. If you think I can use this for whatever reason, let me know. But the only thing I can think of is a drop tower ride, where we can add a little bit of track to this handle, depending on how tall it is. And we can just have some minifigures sat on it, and it's just as the hammer, and then they just go shooting down, and then you just got Thor hammer ride. That's the kind of stupidity that I want, but I don't know. It looks pretty big, to be honest. It does look like it could work. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else do that either. So if you think I could use that as a ride in the theme park, let me know, because it's simple enough, isn't it? Because the entrance to the ride is this bit just here. And then they can actually walk up the shaft, get to the top, and then jobs are good and straight back down. So we can just have that on its end. And it is just something as simple as a Thor hammer decorative piece, plus a potentially a good addition for a theme park ride as well. But I do want to find out the size. So that is 18.1 inches tall. So 18. So it's a good height. It's a good height. So if I compare that to, it's a double modular, easily. Modular is 9 and a bit. 9 and a smidgen is a modular, and that is 18. So it's double the height of your modular on your shelf. So that would actually look quite nice because you would just see the top, and you could have that coming. You could have that coming down. I'm already spending money that I don't even have, nor am I thinking of. But that potential. I don't know how we would be able to incorporate that kind of thing in, and obviously it does depend on how meaty the base of that hammer is as well. It does say on there, but it's 11 inches. 11 inches. Well, the amount of times that I've measured a base plate, I should know this by now. So it's a base plate, just over a base plate in width. Right, something to think of. Moving on. So Thor's hammer. Now this has been brought to my attention by one or two people. So this thing here, would this work as, depending again on the height, could we use this walking around the actual theme park area? It does look pretty cool. Again, it should scale nicely because obviously you've got the teeny tiny one there. It'd be nice if it actually did come with an Ant-Man minifigure instead, and you could just have the Ant-Man on his leg. But I guess for it to be, that's in scale with a microfig. If you want it to be in scale with a minifigure, it would be ridiculous. So that is why they have done that. But it looks like you can get some nice photos with it. I just hope it is bigger than what it looks like just here, and it's taller than the normal mechs, rather than it just being a mech height. And yeah, but as I don't have any of the mechs around, it might work quite nicely just walking around the buildings. Because ideally, it needs to be taller than the modular, obviously, because that's what it is. But then I guess maybe he can go to different heights, so we can get away with it with that kind of thing. Got to remember to hit the X before I go backwards. Told you this is going to be a long one, so just pace yourselves as we go. Right, pick up on that one. That's how cold that is. Right, Black Panther War on Water. So it comes with minifigures I've not even looked at. Anybody pick this up? I've not even seen this online. When this obviously must have come out at the start of this month. 545 pieces, 640 VIP points. Item number 76214. It is their submarine, and they seem to have stopped taking photos of the minifigures. But I can zoom in. So they are the characters that you have on there. So you've got the Mark II Ironheart. Actually, it's got her big red bit, and then you've got a bit of a Nick Fury Easter egg reference on there. I'm guessing that's actually just all the standard artwork with every single character within, because you've got Strange, Iron Man, Marvel. Yeah, so I would imagine that'd be the thing. So you got the Black Panther suit on that one with the newer gold, and then you got King Namara. And I'm not even going to try and pronounce the other names. It's hard enough speaking English, let alone Wagandan. Right. Do you like it? Do you think it's something for you? I haven't got any water within any of the theme park areas, so it's not something that I could have. However, the characters would be pretty cool. If the minifigures are in something else, then I can use them. Because all the minifigures that I want to try and use are just characters, like I keep saying, around the actual theme park area that you would see at Orlando Disney, just sort of dressed up in outfits. So we just want to recreate whatever we can recreate. I would imagine there'd be other Black Panther Wakanda Forever sets. So we can have a look and see. Right, we are about halfway through page 1. Right, the Doctor Strange set needs no real introduction. Do I have it? No. Should I get it? Yes. Does it come with nice minifigures? Yes. Is the zombie Doctor Strange look amazing? It does indeed. Can I click on all the minifigures in one hit? Absolutely. Right, so lots of Easter eggs within the set, which I don't want to spoil it for you, but you can see all the bits and pieces. That is what I wanted to click on. There's your minifigures. Get in there and have a look. See, so that's all of them as we go across. Can you name them all? Hopefully. Can I scroll over? Yes. So you've got some nice torso print and all of them. Look at Wong, Scarlet. I think that's the zombie Strange, isn't it? No, that's the zombie Strange. And then is that Strange? Oh, well, learned something new on that one. And you can see the Easter egg there for the musical on the back of the building. And what I do like is that you've got all of these little bits sticking out where you can add more bits on. Now, I did pick up a while ago from Bricks R Us. So Dave, shout out to Cowboy Dave, that I got a load more signs. So I could actually fill the back of this up with all the different signage. So when we're looking at the back of the building, depending on where it's displayed, it wouldn't be as boring because it's just not a plain backing. So I know I need this. So, and I know what we're going to do with it. We've even got the sign. We've got all the other little bits and pieces, but I just haven't picked it up yet. So I know, but it keeps jumping into a big sale. Now, the Miles Morales versus Morbius, the figures on this look absolutely fantastic. I do like the fact the car looks like a spider, which I've said a fair few times, but the minifigures are very, very handy. You can see just how detailed actually the print is on both of those, and he does look pretty cool. Get off. He does look pretty cool with all the bits and pieces that are going on. I think it's just they're just good looking minifigures. You can see the massive flame effect that they've got on the back of that, and it has got a shooting mechanism on the front as well. And there's your spider, your two-tier bumper. So because we've got a couple of other cars dotted around now, like the Batmobiles and things, that wouldn't look out of place. Bearing in mind, I wouldn't have normally have got this. I wouldn't have actually have added it in because it's not something that I would have used within a city. But because it kind of screams theme park thing, like what you would see where they would drive in and then jump out, and you can get your photos taken with the characters and all that kind of thing. I thought, well, it just makes sense. And again, it's in a big sale in the UK currently. Go away. Right, next thing. Guardian ship, got it. Brilliant. I just need the characters it does not come with. I need the Nebula. I need the last Mark Iron Man, and I also need Captain Marvel. So the minifigures that it doesn't come with are the ones that I need to recreate the scene that I want to sort of redo with it. But as a ship, I think it looks pretty cool. And then I can just have these minifigures dotting around. Now, there are going to be unboxing videos available for all of these sets, so just hunt down the unboxing playlists. There's all sorts for the Daily Bugle, like I've said, and there'll be all of these ships and everything like that as well. So anything that I've said I've got, there'll be more than likely an unboxing video coming or already available. And if you have got this set, how have you displayed yours? Because it does look quite large. I am looking forward to building that one. I haven't got around to doing it just yet. Not even going to say much. That's the minifigures, which I really like. I do like the figures. It's just still too expensive, but I would potentially buy every figure individually just to have a representation of each one. But it's still far too much money, and I just wouldn't use it for what you should use it for. And I don't think it comes with the whole crew either. I'm sure they're missing some, so you've got to buy another set to get the rest of the minifigures. You Marvel guys and girls, let me know who is missing from that photo. But give it its due, the torso prints and these things do look really nice. And they are completely different as well. Really nice purple, nice red and black combo, nice rich green, obviously the old gold. And then you've got the blue and the gold as well. Right, okay. I won't click. No, you've seen that. Everybody's seen that. It's just that's just not going to work. Now the mechs, in case these are now all in a sale. Something I've not got into, but it does come with its own little minifigure as well. So sometimes it's quite handy to pick these things up, use them for parts, and get a minifigure that you don't have, like when the first Wolverine came out, for example, who I am looking at currently on top of the massive turbine blade. But I know some of you are massive mech collectors. Either you go all in on the Marvel, or you go in on all the mechs, or the Ninjago mechs as well. So it's one of those that might look odd by itself, but when you start getting them together, I think they look fantastic. Like the helmets, for example. the helmets look brilliant altogether, but I couldn't just randomly have one on display with my layout. It would have to be on a shelf, and they do look really, really good on the shelf. It's a bit like the football stadiums as well. If they had made the football pitches, which we're not going to click on, so we're not doing that. But if they had done the football pitches where it was, instead of Old Trafford, it was Wembley, and then they gave us a massive NFL stadium, and then they gave us like a big baseball stadium and Olympic stadium and things like that, I'd have collected them all and had them on top of each other. But because they're football teams that I've got no association with whatsoever, and they released the first one, and then I thought, well, I'm not just going to buy a representation of Man United, and then the next one comes out, and then you start thinking, well, actually, if they were together, they would look quite nice as a display, but they take up far too much room anyway. So I never did. Now again, you've got the new Ghost Rider mech. It's obviously a lot more expensive than the Thanos mech because you get a big bike that you've got to build. And I think you basically you can see he's got his big body all built up and his hands there on the handlebars. So it's just all over exaggerated and absolutely massive. Whereas I've got the much smaller one without the suspension on the front. So I don't actually know forget the size of this, because obviously this is going to be far too big, but I don't know what bike is actually more accurate. I don't know if it's supposed to have the big suspension on the front, or if it's supposed to be a bit more like the Batman bike, where it's just got the fat chunky wheel on the front. Looks nice though. Again, I've seen some of you got it. It's got the nice flame effect on the back. Ghost Rider's head, very, very similar, I think. I don't have the Ghost Rider car. I think the torso might be very, very similar, and he's got a nice fiery chest on that. So that minifigure does look pretty cool. In fact, he has got different hairpiece, because that one I'm looking at is just solid orange, and that does look like it's got a little bit of yellowy. So I don't know if it's just very, very good lighting, or if they've actually added the yellow onto the side of the face. So yeah, it does look a little bit different, and it does look, I think it looks quite smart. So let us know what you think, if it's your cup of tea. Right, so the Iron Man Armory, do I need a representation of this somewhere? Could I, if you could pick these up really, really cheap, and I mean without the minifigures, and you just got these pieces, and you made it 8, 12 wide on top of each other, would you just use it where you've got all the representations of the different Iron Man, and then the different Thors, and then the different whatever? So it's basically a museum armory kind of display where you would walk around and just see, like a history museum. That's what I want, like a history of the torso prints. This is something that I was going to do for the Star Wars, and it just bombed because we just never managed to get around to do it. But I thought, well, there's so many different Thor figures out, and there's so many different Iron Men out. Would it be quite nice just to have them all on display, and then we can have all the other minifigures just walking around? And I think you might get some nice photos as well. I would potentially imagine that you could there'd be people that have mocked these amazingly, and it would have just been in a straight line instead of a curve. But I'd have to get one of them just to get all the figures that it comes with. It does come with the Tony, Pepper Potts, the Nick Fury, and then you've got the War Machine, which I think I've got that variation of. The Mark III Iron Man, it's got the yellow on the bottom, and you can see that's the slightly newer Mark 85. So yeah, slightly different between all of them. 25, and you've got the Whiplash. So I would get that set just for the Whiplash alone. And then I just need to figure out what I would do with all of these. So let us know. Let us know if you think that would make a cool display, or if it's just absolutely pointless. Oh, I double clicked it. No, first mistake of the video. Right. The glove, gauntlet, Infinity Gauntlet, nice looking thing. If you collect them, that's what they look like. Does not come with a minifigure, but the box artwork looks nice and smart, and it is 590 pieces. Again, big sale in the UK currently. I think it's like £30 knocked off on that one. The Hulk mech. So you recognise what Hulk this comes with. Do you like it or not? Got a big old chest on him, bit of chest hair. And then he's just got the normal legs. Slightly different face print to what I've seen before. I don't think I've seen the stubble on his chin and the sort of cheeky chappy smiley face. Again, I think they look nice all stood beside each other. I'm not liking the fact that this site keeps going up to the top every time I click on it, so I do apologise if it's starting to hurt your eyes. The Nano Gauntlet, I won't click on that. The Shuri's Lab, I won't click on that because we've seen those minifigures already. The Eternals, no, if I will click on this, not because I care about this whatsoever. However, do these have the missing minifigures? I think they do, because I don't recognise those two. I think you got these two. I said about the nice green, and I said about the nice blue and the gold. But I think this would work. And actually, realising what this set actually is with regards to who this thing is with the big old Lego brick on his head, that could work for a display. We could have an end of... It's the right colour. Because this is the thing that gets frozen, spoiler, in the ice, isn't it? And they have the big head. Is it the big hand sticking out? Yeah, it's the big hand. Yeah. Oh, so it could be used for that thing, because I do believe, with the knowledge that I have been given, not learnt, that this actually becomes a base for a certain team eventually in some of the comics. Fill me in on that, but that is not... there's an option, but again, 493 pieces. It's a lot of money still in a sale. 41.99. So you get 4 minifigures. It looks like it's quite tall. Right, Hulkbuster. Let's have a look at the figure it comes with and nothing else. We're gonna ignore the price. We're gonna ignore absolutely everything, and it comes with that, which I think is not exclusive. I think we've already had that torso print. I think. So we'll move on. Yes, that was the price of that. Yes, it is ridiculous. Yes, we are just moving on to page number 2. Right, so we've got Spider-Man and Doc Ock's car. Nice little $8.99 set. This is a cool looking little thing. It's part of their 4. I was just about to say it's part of their 4 Plus range, which you can see on that box just there. I won't click on any of their photos. I will. Can I? No, I can't click on there. So you can see just on there, it's got a different print on the front. So you've got the nice blue Spidey, and then again you've got that on the front bumper. And again, it's been brought to my attention by the knowledge of gods of knowledge himself, Jay's Toy Collection, that this is a TV show. So Disney Junior's Spidey Amazing Friends is a TV show, and they've changed the outfits ever so slightly. So I guess the characters are accurate. They've got a Duplo land in at every single Legoland, and every single theme park does have obviously like a smaller area for the teeny tiny one, so there is anything that we can see. I won't click on every single keyring because I know there's a lot of them, so we will skip some bits and pieces. The goat boat, there we go. Nice figures that it comes with. Is it needed? If it is, I guess I can just have it. It looks like actually if I just bought some more of those and just stood it up high, that could just be flying over the street. It could be at the back, it could be somewhere, it could be a blink and you miss. That's the kind of thing I want. I want quite a lot of stuff going on, so it takes your eye to a lot of different places, because that's obviously what a theme park should be. Better look at the figures. Here we go. Click on it. Why do you keep doing that? Shut your eyes, shut your eyes, shut your eyes. Now open. Right, here we go. Grey screen. Brilliant. Right. I'd like the look of these figures. If you've got the 3 different capes. I do not have her. Him. Definitely don't have Mr. Bale himself. And I did say this in one of the other videos I did. So all jokes aside, I do absolutely hate Thor: Love and Thunder. I think it's dreadful. Even Christian Bale. I think Christian Bale got absolutely annihilated in it. He shouldn't have. He got done dirty, didn't he? He wasn't in it enough. And I don't think Chris Hemsworth was exactly happy either with how he was portrayed in the film. But if, because of his health issues, this is the last film he will be able to take part in as Thor, I would like this set, because it actually has it's probably one of the only meaningful moments pretty much in the film before. This is basically where the film started to get serious, wasn't it? So you had the fun of the goats, everything else. It was all silly up until this point, and then they had a serious conversation, and then he turned back to sort of aggressive Thor again, and then it kind of got going. But if it is the last one, I would like the representation of him in that outfit, him playing that, and I wouldn't use the minifigure for anything else, but just keep it there. Only because I've now obviously got the Quinjet, and that was the first appearance as well. So it'd be quite nice to have both. No, the sets don't put me off if the films are bad. If I can use the sets, I will do. But I just don't know what I could use that for. Like, for example, the Lego Movie 2, I've got the Apocalypse Bird directly behind me. That bombed. That did awful at the cinema. And that set was out, one of the shortest running sets out. I picked that up in April, and then it had already been discontinued by November of the same year, as did the whole line. So it did not do very well at all, but I really, really like that set. Really like these figures. I'm just not 100% sure what I can do with the actual boat and the goats. But let me know if we can make it work. But yeah, I would like a representation of that. So yeah, all jokes aside, hopefully it's not as bad news as what is being led on. No. Click, and what, just want to go one click back. Just let's go back. Brilliant. Okay, right. I am Groot. That has got the cool little tape. No minifigures to click on, but you can see it's a nice looking thing. Again, sale in the UK. Then you've got the Sunbird. Now, with this Sunbird, what figures does this come with? Oh, does this come with Mark 1? Oh, Lego's done it dirty. Have they released both versions? They have, haven't they? So that looks like you've got Mark 1 outfit, and then the other set, which is the submarine, you've got the Mark 2 outfit. That is one cool looking blue minifigure. And then obviously you've got, oh, it's the silly goggles where she would die when she flew up to the sky and wouldn't be able to breathe because her lungs would freeze. That's the figure that they've used. Not that wound me up at all in the film, but yeah, the print looks really, really nice. They all look really, really smart. Obviously, that green is very, very similar to the Eternals one. I wouldn't have use for the Sunbird itself, I don't think. Always happy to have as many minifigures as possible, especially when I've got a funny reference to it like that. That's an inside joke, that one. Nice print on her tummy. Again, nice green, and then you've got the blue with all the patterns on. That outfit and the headpiece could actually be used potentially in the museum type thing, because you could have this one and the other one stood side by side beside all the Iron Men sets, so you can just see how it's different. Obviously, because this has the heart cut in. Obviously, the others don't. On to the next one. Right, this is Attack on New Asgard. Now, this comes with the same minifigures, so you can just pick this up for $17.99. It's got three of the 5 minifigures instead. Yeah, because we were missing the other 2. Obviously, so if you want to get those minifigures and you want it for a cheaper set, you can do. It just depends if I want the goat. If not, that'll be the set that I will pick up. Worst case scenario, because that'll go in if this hits the toy shops in the UK, that'll probably be about $9.99 in a big sale. So that'd be worth getting eventually. Now moving through, you've got the Team Spidey mobile headquarters. So I think this has quite a lot of minifigures within this as well. So it's $44.99. Again, it's a 4+ set, so it's a step up from Duplo. You've got 4, 5. They're not going to show us, are they? So you've got one that looks like it's almost like a Black Panther, and then you've got a red Spidey instead of the blue one. You've got Rhino. It's not gone well. Really not gone well. I'm zoomed in too much. That's a nice purple. Oh, check that out. I did a thing. Hang on. Let's play that again. That's fancy. There we go. So that's everything that it comes with. I should have just done that. That looks a lot more technical, doesn't it? Looks like it's quite a big standing thing, that. would imagine they must be absolutely massive pieces. So yeah, if you've got that one and you've seen that one built, let us know. But again, a lot of the 4+ sets do seem to come with quite good minifigures, as they were saying about that in the Star Wars stuff. You've just got a big figurine. We don't need to click on that. You've got the rocket mech figure with that one. Is from... It's got his all orange on. So if you wanted just a construction rocket instead, because he's got his goggles over the top, and it's the $12.99, then you could pick that one up instead. So that's a different version of. So you got the one in his spaceship attire, and then you got this one as well. So you've got two choices for that figure currently. If you want to pick any of them up, you've got Big Venom. Again, skip the keyring, skip the Spider-Man, skip the Venom. You've got the what used to be a Marvel superhero mini frame on that one. You've got the Hulk versus Rhino showdown. So you've got 3 minifigures on that. You've got the Hulk, Spider-Man, and then you've got Rhino. And they do come... minifigures on this again do look very, very smart. There they are. You can see they haven't got the chest hair on this one, so that was different then. So the other set, they've added in hair on that one, whereas this one they haven't. They've got no chest hair and they haven't got any stubble, and the cheesy grin isn't as cheeky. But yeah, it comes with some good bits and pieces. You can see you've got the 2 little cars that it comes with, so it's a nice looking little set, that one. And again, depending on the price point you can pick it up for, you would get quite a bit for your money on that one. Now you can see we are mixing and matching stuff up. So you've got the Lego Mighty Mechs. I guess that's all about the Lego Mechs. Then we've got Keyring, and then we've got Helicarrier, which is retired. And it comes with some nice looking minifigures on this. This would make a really nice just display piece. I guess it's probably it's too small to be used as an actual ship, even though it's massive, because obviously it's not in scale, but it's huge. Does that make sense? Because if you put this against, say, for example, the Quinjet would potentially be... it would just look as big. Whereas you can see they've got the teeny tiny bits and pieces on it. So there's some really nice stuff on that, but it's micro scale. That's the word I'm after. So it is micro scale. So they've added in all of these little bits on here. That I didn't realise, actually. I've never seen didn't realise it came with so many micro scale figures. If you've picked this one up, let me know. It looks amazing, but I just don't know what, where, or how I could display it. Oh, you can power the engines up by the looks of it. So the motors will move. If you've got all the different things needed, you've got 3 different things for that. I guess the turbine blades will move on this. Yeah, power functions. Oh, well, that would be a cool thing. Just being up on a stand, hovering over the modulars or over a modular, and just with the blades moving around with the turbines lit up, and it's just a theming. I guess that's the word. It's just theming. Expensive theming, but it's theming. Oh, I didn't click on the minifigures. And the minifigures, again, on that, I don't have them, I don't think. You're going to get... well, you should... Legos, they're doing me dirty today. You should get all of them that come with the first time the ship takes off, which you don't. So you don't get a Bruce Banner, which is bizarre. Hawkeye wasn't on the actual ship when it took off. He was the one that attacked the ship. So that should be Bruce Banner, surely. She's correct. Correct. So, unless I'm missing something, unless they've added a baby Bruce into here, you could have... you got a micro Iron Man for when he spins the turbine blades around. Because I thought Captain America speaks with the Hulk on the outside before the thing took off, and then you meet Iron Man and everybody later on the inside. So I don't have a Hawkeye figure though, and that is the accurate, if that's a suit that he's wearing to this scene specifically, then this will be the only time you'll be able to get it, because they used to just do exclusive figures or exclusive torso prints to like the UCS sets, which is what basically this is. And I think the Nick Fury might have a completely different print to what I've not seen before as well. So it's definitely worth looking into, I guess. It does look nice, and you can see it's on a nice stand. So if potentially, it looks massive, doesn't it? If that stand could be just made a lot taller, you could have some bits and pieces going underneath it. But do I need it? Yes, no. And if you say yes, what can I do with it? Right, we are motoring along halfway through page number 2. King Namora. So you've got the throne room. So 3 figures again. That's the same 2 figures, I think. Same print, different hairpiece. And then you've got a cool looking figure on there, and then you've got the cool hat on that. So again, £30 for that one. I wouldn't have any as an underwater display. If you had like the Avatar sets and everything as well, you could merge those two together and have like a really cool scene, or you could have like an Atlantis type sort of scenario with it all merged in with DC and Marvel. But unless I go underneath the tables, which I'm not going to do, I can't really get any of the underwater sets. Now, another Hulkbuster. This was the Ultron edition. You can see that does look pretty cool, I think. It's the Mark 44. It looks quite a smart looking thing. And it came with another Iron Man minifigure, which is slightly different. Now, I remember seeing this when I went over to Florida. So this would have been 2018. And I actually had it in my hand and I put it back down. So I thought I might bring a set back with me. I thought, well, that would be a cool looking thing. But they have this specific model at Legoland Windsor, I think, and it's huge, absolutely huge. So if you've got this one, then obviously please let me know. But you can see that was from the Marvel superhero collection. Now we're going on to some Captain Marvel and some Skrull. You know what I'm going on about. Some Skrulls. That's potentially the word. I have seen some rumours that potentially the new Miss Marvel film, so instead of it being Captain Marvel 2, it's obviously been renamed and all that sort of stuff, that there might be a set coming with 4 figures. You've got all 3 versions of the different captains. Or sorry, the different Marvels, shall we say, and then you might come with this ship or a ship that they might be on. So that could be quite cool, but I still need the actual figure for bringing the other ship down from the sky. But not really actually paid any attention to. I didn't even know these were out. I'm sure I've got that figure. Obviously that comes with the cat for the eye scratching, nice torso print on her, and he's got a cool headpiece with the ears and everything else. And yeah, it's got the same sticker on the side for Shield as well. Can't give you the price of what that was when it first came out, but that's what the box artwork used to look like. So when the Captain Marvel film was out, they did do a good amount of sets for it. So 307 pieces, set number 76127. So if you want to do a little bit of research for yourself, that was the first time I was like, oh no, I now need to make a video up of this, because there are a good few sets, I think. Spider-Man Bridge, nearly got it, didn't bother. Could have picked it up again, didn't. Its own. You need 2, I think. It needs to be twice as wide. I think that's the problem. It comes with amazing minifigures, and the things are mega. But for it to be in scale with potentially the modular, I could be wrong because obviously I haven't got it. I think you might need 2, or you just need to make it a little bit taller, because from the photos I've seen, because it's just literally a single lane, isn't it? It kind of needs to, I think it might need to be a little bit taller, because they're not exactly in big vehicles. So the figures themselves, they do look pretty cool. You can see the taxi and everything falling down. This would be one of those that if you were skilled at mocking, and there are a good amount of people that watch these videos, and I speak to, that have very good skills at customization, that would be a good one. Now, this did not know this was about, and I like that minifigure. Ooh, okay. So this is towards the end of the film. Oh, you got Baby Groot. That's a cool looking thing. I don't have a Baby Groot. I don't care about getting another Chris Pratt. But we need him. Yondu. So not exactly the easiest thing to zoom in on, but 323 pieces, and it's set number 76080. So it looks pretty cool. Again, though, because it's underwater, I don't have any use for it, but I don't have, again, those minifigures. So going back to this whole museum type scenario, could I just try and backtrack minifigures only and just have a literally load wide, super high on maybe the back wall, and just maybe have a walkway through. I just need something that I can simply build, and then it also stores the minifigures rather than having to lose them, and then I can just have loads of them on display, and then the duplicates that are in different outfits can be used elsewhere. So you've got another Hulkbuster there for a smash up. Again, very similar minifigures. Where are they? Oh, so you can have Falcon. Obviously, yeah. Sorry, you can't expect us thinking. Oh, you've got to build the wings, but obviously, so you got Falcon, and then that's a cool looking figure. You've got the random Outrider as well, and then you've got Bruce Banner. So that's another Bruce Banner in that attire. So obviously, that's what he was in, I guess, when he was running across for the big endgame battle. Keyrings will skip. Thor's weapon quest, that sounds to me like it's when they go to the star, which means he will get his new weapon of choice, which he has got just there, and I don't have that either. So again, that'd be a cool minifigure. You've got a different rocket. That's your star, that's your little ship. That's a cool little looking thing. Again, slept on all of these, didn't I? Absolute moron. Yeah, you've got the Groot rocket. That'd be a nice, hopefully at the time, before the price increase and everything, that'd have been a nice price set. But again, potentially could just pick up the figures, because Thor is in so many different outfits throughout the thing as well. It's an interesting one. And now you've got the Iron Man Detroit Steel Strikes. So some of these would just be their own made up ones. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Is that just a made up character? Oh, Hammer, Justin Hammer. No, I know the name. Don't recognise him in that outfit. That's a cool looking minifigure. Did he? That must be from. You're going to have to help me with that. I can't visualise when he was in that. Unless. Is that the merge from Iron Man 2, where Whiplash makes up all of the ones that then take off and fly about, and they've just sort of merged it in with everything? Because I can't remember if he was wearing something random. I thought he was in a suit when he was on the stage before they all went out of control. But that minifigure looks really cool, and I bet you that's the only minifigure you can get this set from. So that is set number 76077. I'm going to do a little bit of research on that minifigure for that alone. And you obviously get the agent as well. I just can't. ever imagine him in that outfit. It must be from a movie, TV show, or it's just something that they've made up. So that's what they do as well. They do make those up. And you've got Rhino and Sandman team. So you've got these here. So you can see you've got the different characters going across the bottom. You've got the gold claws on, I think that's Carnage for the gold claws, Spider-Man, and then you've got Sandman as well. So that's again, as a sort of a play setting thing, works quite well. Set number 76037, pieces 386. So lots and lots going on from back in the day. So if you were in your dark ages when these came out, it's just as painful for me as it is for you. Now, this is what I've got, and this is actually the bike that I've got going up this side of the Daily Bugle. So that's the bike I was talking about. Street sign, that's the Ghost Rider that I had, and I've got all these little elements and everything as well with all these bits and pieces. It is a cool looking thing. So that is the set and bike with all the exact same flame effects and everything else that I have stuck to the side of the Daily Bugle in case you've always wondered what bike it was. So that is the Spider-Man Ghost Rider team up, and it's set number 76058. Okay, so you've got the attack on the Avengers Tower. Now, there's obviously supposed to be a new Avengers Tower coming, fingers crossed. This one comes with Thor, Iron Man, and then it's got the other bots as well. So you've got the Iron Legion ones, and then you've got Ultron Mark 1 with a new super jumper. Oh, it's on a thing that where you can flick him and he goes absolutely flying. So it'll be interesting to see with the new tower how many figures it comes with, and what figures you can get. Because again, that would be a nice figure to have if you've got it. Let me know what you've done with it. Because are you going to keep those sorts of things, or if you are a massive collector, will you wait until the big one comes out and get rid of that one? Spider-Man. So you can recreate the scene where they go underneath, and you've got the that's a pretty cool effect, that is. Look at that. So you've got the nice water illusion effect. So again, if I had a water area within the section, that would have been just the perfect thing, because you could have just had him stood up at the top, a little bit of water going underneath, set some chairs up in the front, exactly how they've got at all of the Legoland parks, and you are good to go and away. And you got Peter Parker with not. I don't think I've actually looked at this. Don't think. So outfit wise, he has a different dome on. I've got a look at mine. I think it's a slightly different print. Where is it? So yeah, the one that I've got is completely different. I've got the blue dome, and the actual torso print is completely different. There's a lot more going on print wise on this than there is in the one that I'm holding. I think this came with the bugle as well, so I'm surprised that unless this is more accurate. But then you've got MJ, and then you've got that cool looking Spidey as well. New to me, a lot of effects, all the different web effects and everything else like that. Almost like a little dumbbell effect on there. And then you've got this massive water element. It's a cool looking thing. So that is from Spider-Man Far From Home, set number 76129, 471 pieces. So if you're a fan of the film, or you're a fan of that, recreating that set, you can backtrack that one and pick that up for yourself. Right. This. So this is an older variation of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I'm trying to figure out what the figures are before I zoomed in on the box, but so that's where you get Drax from. I'm trying to figure out who that was. So you've got Star-Lord with the mask, and you've got Baby Groot. That's the first time we've seen the mask. You've got Nebula, which is again the one. So I'm missing these two, basically. And Gamora would be handy to have again, but I do have her in a purple armor, I think, from the CMF. I think that's the one that I've got. But again, it'll just be the figures. Don't need the ship, don't need anything. But that was set number 76081, 460 pieces. So again, if you want to backtrack that one, give it a go. So that's from the second film that came out a good while ago now. Not long, and then we'll be at the third film. So Crossbone. They made a figure for Crossbone. I guess they must have done. He wasn't exactly in the film a huge amount of time, was he? So you got the heist. So cool looking thing. You've got the Falcon, and then you've got Black Widow. And you can see how much the facial has changed on a lot of the minifigures over the years. This is obviously quite an older thing now. This is from their superhero line. But again, if you are just going to do it as a torso museum, you don't actually have to have the head on, do you? You could just put a generic blank face on, or have it as like a mannequin. So we have got Hulk versus Red Hulk. No idea. And then you've got a She-Hulk and a She-Red Hulk as well. Well. I didn't know they did them. So you've got Red She-Hulk and a She-Hulk with the Hulk and the Hulk. It's 375 pieces. I would imagine that minifigure now will be going for a good amount of money after the She-Hulk series. I always thought that was a custom minifigure. I had no idea that was an actual thing. Obviously, it's not yet come out in film, but it's nice to have the minifigures and obviously have the representation if you wanted to. You got the Mighty Micros. They are nice looking minifigures. I'll click on one, but I won't click on the rest of them, only because they have the baby legs. So they've got the really cool cartoon looking faces, as you can see from Iron Man just there. And then you got Thanos, slow down, with his cheeky chappy smiley face as well. They've got nice print on the torsos, but they have just got the little baby legs to basically fit inside these cars. These are relatively available on good old eBay for not much money at all. So if you want some of them, that's worth picking up. Right, Hydra Showdown. Who we got without clicking on it? You got Thor, Hawkeye, and then you got somebody in white. No idea. So 220 pieces, set number 76030, and the character is a henchman. Just a henchman, nothing special. Right, got another jet for a space mission. No need for this one. I think this one looks like it's just been made up. However, you have got the short-haired Captain Marvel. Got the big, chunky Thanos. Don't recognise the one in the red. But you've got her mask head as well. So you've got two options for her head. And you've got what looks like Iron Man in the suit. So this is obviously just one of their made up things. I don't know who. No idea who that one in the red is. So if you can fill me in on that one, that would be handy. But that's a cool looking Captain Marvel, and then you've got Space Captain America and Space Iron Man. So there's just a load of completely different minifigures dotted within that set. So if you want something completely random, set number 76049, 523 pieces. Got Spider-Man versus Electro. That's another 4+ set, and then you got another one of those mighty micros, which again you got Scorpion and little Spider-Man. You got Iron Man Mark 50 for the Brickhead, and then you got another Brickhead down there for Black Widow, and then you got another Scorpion Street Showdown on that one. So that's a cool looking thing. Looks like you got a bit of Duplo going on. So you got the Hulk and Spider-Man, and then you got Iron Man versus Ultron. 4 minifigures in that one though, so that's almost like it's a little battle pack on there. So that would be a cool little. Well, it is, yeah. So it's a cool little thing. Is it 4 minifigures? 2. If you've got this, if you've got this set, let me know. I can't figure it out. Oh no, there is. Hang on, there's one there. 1, 2, 3, and then we've got a pair of legs. 4. unless that's supposed to be his legs. So it looks like there's 4. Oh no, try again. Wake up. Iron Man's 1 figure, 2, 3, 4, and there's 4 figures pictured, isn't there? There's just 3. There's 3 of the t'other ones. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I've just been stupid. So 4 minifigures included. Black Panther Pursuit. You can remember this scene. You have got Captain America with his bike, with the cool little torso print and everything on the front. And then who else? I think what that scene's from. I think they've just made up vehicles for this and just put all 3 of them together, because that's where he was being chased down, where the Winter Soldier was being chased down through the tunnel. But they've just added in the 2 vehicles instead of these 2 characters just running after him. I guess they've just mixed it. They've just mixed and matched it up in a nice looking set. So again, set 76047, 287 pieces, 3 characters with that one if you were to get it, or if you've already got it. Captain America Jet Pursuit. Who does that come with? So that comes with, that looks like it's Miss Marvel. It is Miss Marvel. Well, the superhero range is an older looking set, but if you want a cool looking set of 3 figures, you've got this Cap with his old fur coat on, and then you've got a good looking Miss Marvel. I guess she's got her stretchy arms on that one, so I don't know if you would have the standard arms as well. And then you have whoever that is, but that is set number 76076, 160 pieces. So again, just made up ship. Always handy to know, but again, I've not seen anything yet that I would go, I really need to backtrack that. Then you've got the Quinjet City Chase. No need for that, because I have the one that is actually the one most accurate, I think, to what I want to do. Again, you've got the cool minifigures on there. That's a nice looking little car, but there's no need for any of that whatsoever, even though it would be. I know what that's for. I know what scene that's from, and he is a cool looking minifigure as well. But there's no need to recreate the birth as they're flying around. So far, apart from looking at a load of minifigures, there's not anything else that's popped up. So some of these things we're about to click on might be a potential, but what is this? Ravager Attack. Is this where they... Let's say, is this where they get set up? But no. So you've got Taserface. You can get Taserface as a minifigure. Amazing. So it's 197 pieces. Set number 76079. Again, it's just a made-up ship, but it does look pretty cool. But the minifigures are... That's where they get captured, isn't it, on the ground? From the original from the original Guardians of the Galaxy. So we have gone back. We're going back in time now for this. Right, so you've got things like this. So this is obviously now a huge set. This is just actually part of it. And then you've got the 3 characters. But this character does not come with the new Doctor Strange set. So if you wanted the ancient one, that is what this... Well, that's what she looks like. She's got nice fan blades, nice print on the torso, nice bit of purple, and you've got all the keys and things like that. But unless there's a smaller set like this which goes, oh yeah, that could work quite well, or it comes with a load of minifigures, I haven't found anything just yet. So you've got the Battle for Asgard. So you've got the ship. That's the first ever time I've seen her. She looks wicked. That's the Is that supposed to be the party ship that they were on when they come back through? They've sold Jeff's ship, haven't they? And it's the party. I think that's supposed to be the party. I don't think it's the same shape, but it's where they jump through and then he as the Hulk and he just hits the floor. Then he gets angry. That's a pretty cool looking. That's a pretty cool looking thing. So if you wanted to backtrack that one, obviously it comes with the big dog that then fights Bruce Banner when he turns. That is set number for everybody at home 76084, and it is 400 pieces. And it comes with a good selection of minifigures as well. If you've got it, let me know. I don't know how easy some of these are going to be to backtrack, but I wouldn't need that one, I don't think. So again, you've got Wolverine, Magneto, and then you've got Sandman versus the Scarlet Spider. That's a cool looking thing. And then you've got the Ultimate Battle. So this is just a smaller version of what has just come out. You have got some really nice effects for Iron Man, and you've got Star-Lord again, and then you've got Gamora, and then you've got the big chunky Thanos on that one. So that is set number 76107, and it's 674 pieces. I think the new one looks really, really smart. Obviously, it comes with completely different minifigures, but I think it does look really, really nice. So I don't know, with regards to the new film that's obviously coming out, I don't know if with the new ship they no longer will be having the orange one. Then you can recreate your airport battle if you wanted to. So you have got okay, right, that's might have changed things ever so slightly. Because you've got Giant Man and Giant, I guess that's just a giant looking minifigure, whereas the other one looks more of a mech. So what would you go for? Would you go for this variation, or do you think it might not be big enough? And then you've got all the other characters it comes with. So you've got Agent, I think it says Agent 13. You've got another micro Ant-Man, which is a bit of a shame. They didn't give you the Ant-Man figure. Iron Man, War Machine, Captain America. So as a thing, if you could just buy that separately, which one would you go for? Would you go for the new one, or would you go for that one? I think the new one probably looks, I don't know which one looks more accurate, to be honest. That one looks more Lego based, and the other one probably looks how it should be from the film. Museum Break-In. Who have we got in there? So we've got MJ, Spidey. Oh, that's where they break in, where they're getting attacked by the drones, isn't it? So that's in one of those little packs from the Far From Home. 49 pieces, 40343. Easily available. They were easily available in all of the Legoland parks if you wanted to ever get any of those. Here you've got Star-Lord versus Nebula again in one of the Mighty Micros, and then you've got Carnage, Shield, Sky Attack. That looks like it's just going to be Carnage fighting some Shield agents. I know it's Spidey and somebody else. Doesn't even say on the box, but 97 pieces, set number 76036. Right, we've got Iron Skull Sub Attack. So this looks very similar to the Black Panther thing if you think about it, but the Black Panther's just on a much bigger bit. You've got the little flippers on all of them. So again, it's just a made up type thing on that one. But as I've got no water, I'm just clicking off that tanker takedown truck. This could be something that we could use potentially. Just for some reason, oh, it's part of the it's the missing minifigures, isn't it, from the airport? Because you got that's the airport tanker, and then you can blow it up and set it on fire if you want to. And then you just got the other minifigures that you are missing. So if you picked up that one, let us know what it's like. Let us know how it scales with any of the other sets. So obviously, very, very clever, splitting the minifigures over multiple sets. Then what have we got coming down here? Quantum Realm Explorers. Right, so we're now into Ant-Man. So we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp and Ghost. Oh, yes, Ant-Man, the Wasp, Ghost. Have that. All three figures I don't have. 200 pieces, set number 76109. Have you got it? Would you like it Let's have a better look at the minifigures. What do we think of that? I think Ghost looks pretty cool. And then you just got the different bits and pieces. Mask. If it's accurate enough for you, you let me know. Need the minifigures, wouldn't need the other thing. No idea what this is. I should remember what this is, but I can't. So if you can let me know what scene this is from. But it comes with, again, lots of different minifigures. Oh, is that supposed to be... Oh, it's the thing that goes in. So that's supposed to be the outside wall of Wakanda. And they just what they've done, instead of just having like the big force field shields, they've got all the guns and everything there, and then that's them coming. Oh, they're in it, aren't they? That's what it is. It's but they've already broken in and they've got these things flying in, and then yeah, fair enough. So I know what that scene that is from. So if you would like that, and then you've got Corius Glaive is the first figure that's the first time we've seen this character so far, going through everything. So yes, good amount of sets so far. Beware of the Vulture. What is this? It's got a nice car. Got a cool flying gear. That is the much bigger detailed wings for the Vulture than what I've actually got. That looks pretty cool. As does everything else, which costs money. So that is a big helmet with his jacket. I'm looking at the other one where he doesn't. I've got the one with the green wings that span over. You've got the two boxes, and then you've got him with the punchy fist, and then you've got Iron. You've got the Iron Man there with the silver. And then you got Spider-Man. So it's just a mashup of the film, but you do have. I think isn't that the Iron Man that is non Tony Stark, and is that the outfit that he wears, or is that the one, or is that the torso print from the boat? There's so many different Mark Iron Man things that is I can't keep up with half of them, but that Vulture with the wings I think looks really smart. So I've got the Vulture that we've got him jumping off the bank at the moment, and he's just got the off the wings. But again, if any of this can be used in future displays with regards to minifigures, you got to think, oh, that minifigure would work well with this modular as well. I should have said that probably about an hour ago, because you've got all the modulars within the city. Is there if there are any scenes that you could potentially recreate with any of the minifigures that I'm missing, or any minifigures that I've got currently, then obviously let us know, because we have got like a bank heist scene going on with the brick bank modular and so on and so forth. Rhino face off by the mine. Big Rhino. Oh, is that it's the Black Panther scene, isn't it? Where they've got the different characters coming through. So there's your three. You got Killmonger. That's the first Killmonger I think I've seen with the gold on, and then you got the bit coming out of the mine, and then you got the big Rhino with shooty effects. If you wanted to have that in your collection, no need for that, but I would like a Killmonger, and so there you have. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. So you've got another Guardian ship, but that obviously a little bit smaller. You've got Star-Lord, you've got another Mighty Micros, and then here is that you got an ATM heist. That's just going to be generic characters, isn't it? With yeah, so that's a pretty cool. That have been quite a good little bit of fun to add into the theme park actually, because that is where they dress up as mass robbers, isn't it? And you got the Captain America and the Hulk. Never seen those figures. I've never seen them. Anybody, if you've got any of these, if you've got these, let me know. I've never seen these minifigures online with regards to Instagram or anything before. I might hunt that one down. I think that's a cool looking thing. So I can just add that in, because it's not bank. It's more of an ATM, isn't it? So I could potentially try and pick that one up as I nearly knocked the table off, and just see what's occurring with that one. But just for those two minifigures, but it's set number 76082 and it's 185 pieces. So that might be the first set that we could actually do a nice display with. There were a couple of other minifigures missing though, weren't there? There were some minifigures added in with that. So Gamora, Brickhead, you got Spider-Man versus Green Goblin in the little Mighty Micros, Black Panther keyring, another Mighty Micros. You got an Attack Fighter. Is that where you meet the... Is it from the Black Panther again? Yes, it is. Who was in that? So you got Killmonger in his completely different attire, and that's the first time we met him as well. So both those characters are pretty cool, but I can't remember the ship with them. So again, it's just something that they've made up. I don't need the ship. I just need the minifigures, please. So it's set number 761000358. Both cool looking things, because that was where he put the mask on from the museum, wasn't it? I think that's where he did that, and he just walked off with it. And then we will have a look at the... What's this? You've got the Outrider Dropship Attack. Oh, that's a nice print. Is that Black Widow with a different hairpiece? Is that when Natasha went blonde? Or is that a different character that they're using? No, that's Romanoff in her zippy up jacket. Don't recognise the dropship. But it doesn't matter, does it? Unless that... I'm trying to visualise what that would be used for. That's the captain from where he gets given the new weaponry for... not Endgame, the one before it, where they lose. Infinity Wars, that's the one. It's on the box. It's on the box. So in the Avengers Infinity Wars, he gets given that, doesn't he? Where he's in Wakanda because he doesn't have his shield, and then they get attacked. I didn't think she was wearing green jacket, but that's a nice variation. I don't have her. I don't have her in blonde. I've only got her with the other hair. So that's a nice looking minifigure. But I just don't recognise the ship. But it's only 124 pieces. Nice looking set. Set number 76101. 124 pieces, and you get 4 minifigures with that. So that would have been probably a good pickup at the time. And then again, I told you it was going to be massively random because you got a very much older theme right next to, for whatever reason, this. Now this is obviously from the Eternals. 197 pieces. You got the 3 characters on there. So looking at this, that's the same print. Without going back, which I'm not going to do, please say that this isn't the only figure that's missing. Gilgamesh. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bet it is. I bet you've got to get all 3, and I think that's the 10th figure. Because there's no way we've seen 10 minifigures so far, and I don't recognise that torso print. So you would have to buy all 3 of them, but that went into the last chance, so that's gone. So that LEGO Marvel Deviant Ambush, or Defiant Ambush, shall we say, 197 pieces. They've obviously they're discontinuing all of the Marvel Eternals, but if you want all the characters and you want to get every single minifigure, you might not need to. What I'll do is a bonus thing right at the end of the video for you to look forward to. I will look individually for the Eternals and we'll count all the minifigures. How about that? I know some of you like the film. I don't, but again, everybody's got their own thing. But I do like the the torso print of the characters, and I keep saying it would be quite nice to have the minifigures. They did a battle for another Avengers Tower. Obviously, it's much smaller scale. So if this new one is to come out, and if it is going to be an Avengers Tower with all the rumours that are about at the moment, if you can see how many figures are coming with these smaller sets, I'm hoping you get a Daily Bugle amount of minifigures, and I want at least 25. Because you get 25 minifigures with the Daily Bugle, it's only right that you get that amount of minifigures, especially even if it's from the first film, you get all of the original minifigures. And if that is the case, then that means I will get all of the minifigures that I've just got with the Quinjet, but it is what it is. Because that way I can use them in two separate scenes, and so that's fine by me. If it's a completely different film and an attack, or you just get the building like you do with the Daily Bugle, and then you just get loads of minifigures throughout all the films, that would be like the best scenario. And then you can just create whatever you want to create. Give us some minifigures that we've not had before. Again, that would be pretty cool as well. Let me know, if you are still watching this, what you would like to see to come with the Avengers Tower of figures that we've not yet seen. Now, I've not got the new Asgard. This I would like to pick up because I want the chunky Thor, and I haven't got him either. This is a nice looking thing. From the Infinity Saga, it's set number 76200, 265 pieces. You get all the pizza and everything, and you get the little Meek as well. I think that's how you say his name. And you got all the fish, you got all the beer, you got the games consoles, you got the TV. It's just a nice looking thing, and you can see up there. Looks like you got a little bit of a family photo going on there. I'm trying to think who else is in that. Who else is in that picture? And then you just got some little micro bits and pieces. There's a lot going on with that, and I do like the minifigures from that as well. I thought that would just be a nice thing to add into the theme park, just as a almost like a photo opportunity. So I would set up a camera just at the front here, and then just have normal minifigures sat in there, and you can just get your photo taken and use it as almost like a film set prop. That's my thoughts behind it. Why I didn't pick it up, I don't know. Now this is where it's getting really mixed up. We've taken a long time to get it a little bit fruity. Now we've got the, not clicking on that, we've got the newer Hellcarrier, but this now comes with MODOK. It comes with a good looking Captain Marvel, some other good-looking minifigures and whatever that is, plus War Machine with all the effects. So this is the non-CMF version of the Helicarrier, which is probably, it's play scale, shall we say. I'm trying to figure out the correct word, because the UCS Helicarrier was micro scale, and I think that might be the outfit she wears when she brings the ship down. And if that is the Iron Man outfit he's wearing, that might be worth me trying to hunt that down. Because I want to try and recreate that scene as much as possible. Not got MODOK. Obviously, the ship itself, I mean, it'd be a nice thing to have a representation of. But you can see the flame effects on her look brilliant. And then you got all the boosts. You got loads of effects with these figures. They've really gone to town on this. So this is obviously one of the newer sets that have come out. That might be the better one to go for. So you can see all of these just here. Let me know what you think. Which is random that they've added in a MODOK within this set, but whatever. So that is set number 76153, and it's 1,244 pieces. I would possibly use this broken and have a Deadpool battling over it, because that is what they fight on, isn't it? At the end of the original Deadpool, you can see the blade and everything, and I think it's either been in the process of being destroyed, or it is a bit of an Easter egg because there is a helicarrier there. But it's Iron Man, Thor, Black Fury, Captain Marvel, War Machine, Nick Fury, a IM agent, I don't know who that is, and a MODOK. Potential, unless they're going to redo another one. If they redo another one, though, would they always do different characters? What characters would they put in it? Because that would have been out a while back now. Now, if we're going to do an endgame display, like an endgame battle for our people at home, now this is what Legoland Billund are going to be doing this year. Is they're bringing back horse jousting. Yes, real horses, armour, men and women jousting away at each other, and it's got a big arena around the outside. We can recreate that like this and have everybody battling away, that would be a good excuse to get every single minifigure needed in the end game battle. Now it'll be everybody, wouldn't it? It'd be one person of absolutely everybody. It'll be a good series and a challenge to try and do. But if we do that, we will need Thanos' ship, which is what this is. And this is where she comes shooting down from the sky and blows it up. And it comes with those three minifigures. So this would be a key thing for that endgame battle, because this was the only ship that's there. It starts shooting down at everybody, if you remember, and then she comes flying down from the sky. So it's set number 76237, 322 pieces. So would you like to try and help me create a endgame battle? It's easy. Well, I say it's easy enough. It'll just be everybody on the one side, everybody on the other, and we could recreate that over maybe two 48 by 48 stud base plates, which is this football pitch here just to my right hand side. Because don't forget, I have got space to add in another table and potentially just keep going. So we can do quite a lot of stuff with this. But that so far is one that really does make sense. The helicarrier for the figures. So just on, it's taken long enough to get to this point, but yet the endgame battleship, I would say yes. And the New Asgard for a photo shoot, I would say yes to as well. What are your thoughts so far? We've got the Wrath of Loki. That is a 4+ set, and you get all the little different minifigures. And again, you get another Captain Marvel. So she does come with a lot of sets, which is handy for me. And again, Thor's in a completely different outfit. Loki's got his big horns, and that's a big chunky Hulk rather than the smaller Hulk. Which Hulk do you prefer, minifigure Hulk or big blocky Hulk like that? And then you got the Stark jet and drone attack. Why does that sound like it's probably from Spider-Man? Because it is, right? So this, it's the actual Stark jet, isn't it? It's just in white. So you got Happy Hogan. First time I've seen Hogan in a Lego set, and it's the first Stark Industries thing that I've seen. So if you want to backtrack this one, it's set number 76130. That you would have flying over anywhere and just have a aerial display, wouldn't you? If you wanted to, to recreate that as a show, that would be doable. There's a big battle between those two, but there's not much else that goes on with it. The ship looks cool, but yeah, there's options, but I don't think that's needed. Somebody could do something with it, but I don't think it's needed. This, I do believe, would be very handy, because, correct me if I'm wrong, is Molten Man the fire thing that gets used when the other people are on the Ferris wheel from the theme park? Is it this one? Because he's in his bin liner, I say bin liner outfit, it's the non-red Spidey. So he's got his tactical, there we go, I was saying just a bin liner, but it's not. It was his tactical goggles and everything on there. You've got a generic firefighter, and then you've got a completely different looking Mysterio to what I've got before. That Molten Man battle, because it's also got, what street signs that? This is where I need to do it live, and then you guys be like, oh, it's from this, it's from this, it's from this. So you've got I'm hoping that light comes with it. But that is set number 76128, and it is 294 pieces. So very good potential for that one to be added in. Let me know. I think that could work just as a display in our actual main theme park, because we are having a bit of an Easter egg from everything superhero related into the other scenes. I think that'd be a cool thing to do. So the where Thor fights Iron Man and everything will be with all the trees around the Lord of the Rings, and we just keep them there. We might have the New Guardians of the Galaxy ship shooting down the Razor Quest, just because that can go there. But if that is the one for the Ferris wheel, I do have the Ferris wheel, the smaller one, which will probably scale perfectly with that, and then we can just have that thing with the Ferris wheel, and then that'll be the representation for that. This workshop doesn't relate to anything, but the minifigures are pretty cool with it. So again, if you wanted to hunt this one down, this is a good looking set. It's 355 pieces. It's set number 76185, and the minifigures it comes with are those just there. So you've got Wong, MJ, Gold Spider, and you've got a cool looking Strange. So this is the strongest page so far. Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. Here we go. The Ironmonger. This is a must. Just to be walking around the actual because they have a massive city fight, don't they? So makes sense. Iron Man versus him, flying around the city, beating each other up. And I don't have these minifigures either. So I think that's the only set this figure comes with. So this is what I would like to see and have. So it makes perfect sense for that, and that is set number 76190, 479 pieces. This actually, even though it says it's a retired product, you can still buy this for retail price in certain stores, not Lego shops, but just other shops within the UK. So that is doable if need be. So you can see the torso print. That again might make sense. So this is the busiest page so far, I think, for me personally. Endgame battle. What have you got in here? So you got him on that, got him with that, you got her with the sword, him with the shield, and Thor. So if you wanted to pick up a minifigure battle pack, then obviously that is for you. Showdown, Hulk helicopter rescue. That does not ring a bell whatsoever. What figures come with this? So you got Pepper Potts in the purple, which I do believe I have, but not that hairpiece. I've only got the helmet. I don't have the wings or anything, so it must be a slightly different one. But you've got those two. Him with a big glove. That looks pretty cool. And then her in that outfit and her in the purple. So that is possibly cool minifigures, just a made up thing. So you've got all the Marvel Studio minifigures as well. So in case you had no idea that they did these, I will go through all of these. They are pretty cool looking. In fact, that'd just be the easiest way of doing it. So you can see them all at the front. You got every one of these. I think I've got. Well, I didn't actually get all of them. No, I got Gamora and Zombie Cap. That's it. Out of all of those, I did not get Loki with the cool frog and the cup. Can't remember what went wrong. Can't remember. But I think they look really, really smart. I should have picked them up. I would imagine you'd be able to still get those. But, yep, I've slept on them. Moron. Absolute moron. So you've got another Iron Man armory. You can see the difference of this one because it's now got this one has the car, much less minifigures, and it's got the people that come in. So you can see how much it changes over a period of time. So you've got the hot rod instead. I much prefer the newer one to the older one. You can see just how much things change over time. 2 pages left. 2 pages to go. So you've got another Quinjet, which that is the one where they must use in Endgame because they're all in the armor. So you've got Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Thor all in the space suits, and you've got Rocket as well, and then you've got Thor has his doodah. Why can't I visualize that? Unless that's the point where it takes off on the lawn. Maybe. Right, you can see all the other mechs. That comes with an Iron Man, and it's got the gold and red. That's a smart looking minifigure, actually. And funny enough, I do have this. I got given this as a Christmas present, which I'm very grateful for. So I can use this minifigure. If you know what outfit this is from and where to use it from, then obviously let me know. I don't know if this is just a figure that you would have used. Sorry, let me start again. I would have thought this would have been the armor that he would have used, but then said it was too outlandish and added the hot rod red from the original Iron Man film. So that is, I think, is the mock-up on the screen, which he never actually wore, but we saw, I think, which is again a nice touch. That's why they've gone all gold and red. And again, it's probably from a load of comics and everything like that, but I wouldn't imagine Lego would go too deeply into all the comics. They would just sort of just watch the film and just use bits and pieces and get ideas from it. Captain America armor mech. You got a speeder bike thing here, so that again you're going to have another different Thor on there. Got Black Panther, and then that looks like it's another. No, it's another agent. I don't recognise that whatsoever. But again, if you got it, let me know. Keyrings we're skipping. You've got another Hall of Armor for Iron Man. So that's the third one now. So again, something completely different, just different minifigures within that one. They just rotate them. They just keep rotating them around. You've got the Mark 1, 5, 41 and 50. So each Iron Man suit is just completely different in each set. So if you wanted all of them, you'd have to get all three just for the minifigures. Clever. Spider-Man bike rescue, that's easy enough to see. You've got the Spider-Man was that Miles and Carnage? Or was that Venom? I was about to say, it's easy enough to see. Can't actually see it myself. Yeah, Miles. That's actually quite a cool looking thing. You got it? Let me know. That looks like it's an interesting piece that you could do a lot of bits and pieces to. Okay. Right, so you've got War Machine Buster. We don't need that. We've got a Captain America Outriders attack. That's just Captain. So for these spacesuits, if you want to collect the whole team, you've got to get multiple sets of this, as you can see. You've got the Spider Crawler. That looks like it's comes with a big Sandman as well. Yes, it does. Completely different. So three completely different minifigures that we've not, well, three completely different variations of the minifigures that we've not really seen. So you've got Spider-Man 2099. That's the first time I've seen that spider in any of the sets. So that's something completely different and different variation of the others as well. So that's just a generic Spider-Man set. It's not from any of the films. It looks nice and smart. So this one, I don't know why I stopped saying it. It's 418 pieces. It's set number 76114 if you want to look at that one. You got a no, about to say you've got it, and we've already looked at that. Chopper, looked at that. The Venom Crawler. Well, the Venom Crawler, if that's going to have a different minifigure in, then what Venom has this got? So we'll go back. Is it half and half? Yes. That is your half and half Venom and Spider-Man by the looks of it. Well, close to, anyway. So, I don't recognise that suit. I've not seen that one before. And he seems to be flying. So maybe it's not Venom. Who is it? Iron Venom. It is Venom. So it's an Iron Man version of Venom. So again, nice looking thing, but that is set number 76163. Pieces on that one if you want to treat yourself to that one. They did do a Venom minifigure pack as the pack of 3 at the Legoland parks, so that is again potentially something, if it's still available, that you could just pick yourself up instead of having to get one of those larger sets. I'm glad I actually clicked on. That's what serves me right for trying to skip it. Avengers Truck Takedown. So you've got Hawkeye there, you can see that, Hawkeye, and then Captain America, and then you've got the 2 AMI, and then you've got another Thanos mech, and another Iron Man mech, Spider-Man mech. See, they love these mechs, don't they? They've got the Vulture Truck Robbery, which is a 4+ set. That's the Vulture that I have. So that's the one that I have currently off the bank, and then you've got the Spider-Man and the Driver, so that's a cool looking, it's a nice looking set, that one. Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. Again, a completely different version of Doc Ock. He's got a bowl haircut, and then you got her, whoever that is. So Spider-Girl, nice and simple. So you got, I've not seen, that's the first figure I've seen of Spider-Girl in the white with the black spider on, and then that's the completely different variation of a Doc Ock. The one that comes with the bugle, I think, is probably the best for the tentacle arms and things like that. It looks really, really smart, I think. What is on the last page? What do we have? So we have got Spider Jet versus Venom Mech, Hulkbuster versus AMI Jet, Helmet, Black Widow. So that's a different Falcon. So that's the one with the red outfit, which you've not yet seen before. So we've not seen this character. Well, we've seen this character, but just not in that attire. Again, if you're a fan of the character, let me know. And you can see him with the wings just there. And then you've got Natasha with the long ginger hair with the cool torso print on that one as well. And this was the pack I was talking about. So you can get in the pack. I think I actually prefer the helmet on this one. It's the same torso, different helmet. Which one do you prefer? So that is exactly the same torso print with the arms, but the other head, it was the full Venom head, whereas this is the half and half. You got the Spidey, and you got the Black Spider Pig, and then you've got him as well. So you got the symbiote, I do believe, is that variation of the Spider-Man there. And then you got attacking the Spiders Leia. I'll go back to the Thor mech in a second. So you've got lots of different outfits here for the different spiders. So you've got the chill out one, you've got the green one, you've got the red one. Again, nice looking thing. Got random basketball hoop and a skateboard ramp and a bike and all sorts of different bits and pieces going on. But again, with these sets, you do seem to get quite a few minifigures with it. So it's 466 pieces, 76175, and you get Peter Parker. So that's the Peter Parker again, but they've just taken as you can see, they've actually taken the head off there, and they've just had it on there. So that's what I was going to do as my museum sort of scenario as well. So that's the second time we've seen that figure in this little bit of research. You've got Thor's mech, but what Thor is that? I think it's just the standard. No, so a completely different helmet, completely different face piece, and he's got lightning on his eyes. So again, that's something completely different as well. They really have mixed these up. So we've got now the Carnage car. So Ghost Rider car. No, Ghost Rider versus Carnage car. There we go, get it right. So that's the same fiery headpiece as what we saw before. It's silver face rather than white. So it's slightly different to my, well, it's completely different face, completely different print, I think, on everything. The only thing that's the same is just the hairpiece. The car itself is a good-looking car, so if you wanted a Ghost Rider car, you can pick yourself up this set. Obviously, you have to backtrack it, but this is set number 76173, 212 pieces. If you want to treat yourself to this one, you've got the Monster Truck versus Mysterio. Again, variation. Yeah, so we've seen all of them. This, if you wanted the 10 rings, I think this is one of the first sets we've seen of this. So this is just to get the characters in on this. It's a chase scene that they did. So you've got Morris. That's obviously the most important thing. You've got Morris. And then you've got those 4 minifigures as well. I don't have anything for this whatsoever. So if you are a fan of this film, let me know if you picked up any of the sets. I did not get any of the Shang-Chi sets. They sort of came and went quite quickly, I thought. Got another Mysterio, drone attack. Captain Carter, that's the word. We'll have a look at her because I haven't got her in that attire. So this is the other one. That is the 4th set, and that's the first time we've seen the little one. So you need to be able to get Sprite. Yes, you've got to buy all 4 sets for the Eternals to pick up all 10 minifigures. I'm sure of it. I am sure of it for that one. Captain Carter. So that is the different shield. I've not seen that one. This is obviously from the What If. Obviously, it's gone now. It was in the last chance, which would have meant it would have gone into a big sale. But it's set number 76201, 343 pieces, and then you got the 3 minifigures with. So you got the Steve Rogers, which I really like. I like him in that outfit, and then you got the Captain Carter, and then you got the Red Skull. All 3 of those minifigures I would use. That is just a perfect meet and greet attire with those 2 just walking around. I think they look great together. So I might just try and get those two minifigures again separately, because hopefully some of the minifigures are only going to be about £3-4 all going well. So if some of them are massively expensive, I just will not bother at all. And now you got the Iron Man What If version as well, and that one comes with the the one that would probably make sense being the highest up of absolutely everything, and could be the storyteller of the theme park, but that is set number 76194. Pieces is 369. We are running out of sets now. In fact, we have run out of sets. That is it. That's all of them. So let us know in the comments below what you think with regards to what could be used with that. A bit annoying that it actually got more and more interesting as the pages went on, but there's a little list that we could potentially make. I will, for everybody that is eager to know. I can't spell. Oh God, try again. Eternals. There we go. Right, so there's 4 sets up at the top. I didn't even know they made this. Well, I only ever thought they actually made 3, to be honest. So let's count the figs as we go. So we have got here 6. So what is missing? 6. I'll just double check. So that one, we'll go for Sprite next. So we can just easily round that up to 7. That is the same torso print. So that's 7. And then you've got 8. Yeah, because she's there. So 8. And that means the others are in this one, which is 9 and 10. Oh, that's naughty. That is naughty. So if you want to try and get all the minifigures, you're going to have to try and source them elsewhere. That would have been a lot of money to get all of those, because if you paid full price of that for 90 quid, and then that was 60, you're still going to be paying, say, 40 for that and probably 30 for that. So it was a lot of money to get all 10 minifigures if you wanted to collect it that way. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm not going to drag this out any longer than it needs to be. I think this has been more than long enough. So if you stuck with me to the end, then obviously let me know. Let me know that you were here to the end, and then I don't know, do some sort of hashtag eternal fan or something in the comments below. But if you can like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let me know your thoughts and feelings with regards to getting some of these little bits and pieces. And did you even know that these existed? Like I said, I had absolutely no idea. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care. Let's get to the next one. Ta-da.